Hi, this is Richard Murray with another session of Parking Lot Theology. I want to pay honor today to Martin Luther King Jr. He is a personal hero of mine, and of course we all know what he did to fight social injustice. But there's another thing that he did that I just find absolutely endearing and incredible. He was a Christian allegorist. He took the themes of the Bible, particularly of the Exodus deliverance, Israel's exodus from Egypt, and incorporated that and allegorized that into the civil rights movement. So speech after speech after speech after speech, he would take the themes, from Moses going up on the mountain, a theme he touched on in the last 24 hours before he died. He even said he had been to the mountaintop and had seen what was to come, and that we were all going to get into the promised land together. Oh, praise God. That's a great message. But what I really love about what he did is it would have been easy for an oppressed people to look at the violence in the warfare text of Israel taking over the promised land and driving out and killing the oppressors. That could have been tapped into if he had been literalizing the Old Testament. But he didn't do that. He used the Spirit of Christ that was in him, and he allegorized the Old Testament, particularly the Exodus journey, in a deliverance, in a non-violent, pacifistic, God-honoring way. It was obvious to him that the Bible wasn't ever to be used to justify violence, either by victim or by the oppressor. Never. And he knew the Spirit of Christ well enough to know that it was a heresy to say otherwise. I so appreciate that, because I can't even imagine the oppression and the history of the oppression that he had to deal with, and the people he was leading in the movement had to deal with. I mean, I don't even pretend to know that. It's frightening on every level. But I know this: it would have been tempting for him to literalize it, to justify violence, to justify open rebellion and violence against those who were the oppressors and the children of the oppressors. But that was never done. He stayed so Christ-like through it, and I just find that incredible. You know, the church fathers were the same way. When they read an allegory about violence in the Old Testament, they had the love of Christ in them. They knew that wasn't to be taken literally. And the thing that shocks me is it wasn't even a close issue for them. They knew it. And just as Martin Luther King knew it, just as any man who knows Christ experientially, who knows Christ personally in the sense of having an interaction with His Spirit, once you're touched by the Spirit of God, once you're touched by the love of God, you know that violence is not in Him. And that alters the way you read the Bible from that point on. It alters the way you read reality. It alters the way you read everything. So anyway, I want to give a shout out today to Martin Luther King, and with all the fundamentalists and the literalists today who go to the Bible to justify violent thoughts and violent words and violent deeds, I just want to pay honor to a man of peace who knew Christ, and he knew the Scriptures, and he knew Christ in the Scriptures. God bless you.